So hello everyone, very good afternoon to all of you. So guys, in today's session we are going to cover the current affairs from 7th of April till 13th of April. Okay, so this is your weekly current affairs session. Alright. And guys, in today's from today onwards, I have made a little bit changes in this current affairs sessions. Okay. And we are going to see what changes are there. So basically we have also already included MCQs in this thing. Okay. So we'll see the news topic, then we'll see what kind of questions can be framed from that particular topic. Then we'll talk about the news in detail and then we'll see the answer. So for every news, I have done this so that you should know what the content is. You should know what kind of questions they can ask and how to answer that questions. Everything would be covered in that holistically. So let's start today's session. So we'll be starting with the national news, and the week we are covering is basically 7th of April till 13th of April news. Alright. Again, guys, what I always say is focus on the keywords. You should know how to identify the keywords. Because, see, as a teacher, my responsibility is to empower the students. See, in the starting, you can depend upon me for all kind of current affairs, all kind of banking awareness news, everything. But from the day you start connecting with me, from the day you start watching me, within next 2 to 3 months now, you should develop this habit of identifying the important words, important keywords, important news from all that thing and make your short notes. Since I in every class I tell everything how to make short notes, how to identify keywords. Okay, so within 2 to 3 months you should learn this. You can say trick or you can say this skill. Okay, because as a teacher my responsibility is that the student should empower. He should become empowered while watching me. He should not be dependent upon me after after let's say 2 to 3 months. Okay, because if you are doing so you are not increasing your skills, right? So always try to follow someone, try to learn things what he's teaching and then apply it by yourself. Because nowadays I'm seeing that many teachers now, they want that students should get fully dependent upon him, that without the teacher student is not able to do, he should not be able to do not a single thing in his life or in his exam preparation, and that is a very bad thing. A teacher's most important work is to empower his student, to increase the student's knowledge, to increase his skills. And if a teacher is not doing that, if a teacher is making the student dependent upon himself, then it is not a good thing. From the past tradition, if you see the past tradition of India, there is a Guru Shishya Parampara in which student follows the teacher for a short duration of time, then he starts doing things himself. So by now, I believe those who are following me for the past 6 or 7 months, they should know how to identify keywords, how to make short notes, how to solve those MCQs using those keywords. That is the most important aspect, and it is going to help you in your future life also. Okay, so let's start the session without wasting any much time. So first news was Meghalaya's Rindia and Khasi handloom products received GI tag for indigenous textile. Now, from the news title, which state we are talking about? Meghalaya. What is the product we are talking about? The Rindia and Khasi handloom. Okay, and this has received the GI tag. Right? 1, 2, 3. We are going to see the news in detail. Right? So let's say what kind of question they can ask. Which of the following products from Meghalaya were recently granted the GI tag? Okay, so they have mentioned the name of the state and they are asking what product has recently received the GI tag. So A. Muga silk, Rindia silk, Khasi handloom, Sar silk, Jaintia shawl, bamboo craft and Ribhoi cane furniture. We'll see the answer later. So these kind of questions they can ask, right? Or vice versa, that they can mention that recently, let's say this product has got the GI tag. It belongs from which state? They can ask you the name of the state. Okay, like this the questions can be asked. Clear? So the GI tag has been granted to Rindia silk and Khasi handloom. So first keyword, the state is Meghalaya. Okay, and this entire scheme, this entire thing has been supported by NABARD. All right. So Rindia basically refers to the Eri silk. So there are different types of silks. There we have Sar silk, Eri silk, Muga silk, like that. Okay. So it is Rindia is basically the Eri silk, and it is named after the silkworm which actually creates this thing. Okay. And remember one more thing, Rindia is also called peace or ahimsa silk because it is harvested without harming the silkworms. Now this is very interesting technology. Okay, that is known as sustainable technology. Without hurting the silkworm, they are extracting the silk. Okay, so the correct answer for this is what? The Rindia silk and the Khasi handlooms. Okay, so did you like the new approach? So every month, please give monthly MCQ. So that's why Tilaga, I have included the MCQ in this session, है ना? So that you read the news, you read the title, you solve the MCQ, and you read the complete detail. So it is the comprehensive weekly current affairs session. All right, chalo. Achha, do let me know if you have any kind of doubt in the comment section. And if you are understanding each and everything, if I am making things simple for you, do give the session a like and the thumbs up also. Okay, and those who are watching, do give me the rating out of the session. I'm expecting 5 star from all of you. Okay, chalo. Next news is India Global Forums and Next 25 Summit 2025 held in Maharashtra. Okay, so you can see Mr. Devendra Fadnavis is the Chief Minister of Maharashtra, and he attended the India Global Forum. So which Indian state signed MOUs with worth nearly $50 billion at the Indian Global Forum Next 25 Summit 2025? So let's see the news first. So first, the name of the event is what? The Indian Global Forum Next 25. This is the name of the summit. Okay. The theme was Leading the Leap. Where it was held, this entire forum or the meeting or the convention, whatever you want to say, it happened in the Geo World Convention Center, which is in Mumbai. What is the purpose of this thing? Basically, during this summit, United Kingdom government, government of Maharashtra, and the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, they supported this thing. All right, and Maharashtra government signed a 5 MOU basically of worth $50 billion with the top investors. So basically, it is the investor promotion convention. They want more and more companies, more and more industry. They should come in their state, and they should invest in that state. Okay. So please remember. All right. So which state has signed the MOU? Maharashtra. 5 MOUs worth $50 billion. Okay, name of the event, please remember, Indian Global Forum Next 25. Okay, so which state? Maharashtra was the state they have signed the MOU worth of 50 billion US dollar. Okay, is it clear, guys? Yes, no? All right, chalo. Next is MSDE and World Economic Forum to launch India Skill Accelerator to bridge skill gaps. Okay, now Ministry of Skill Development. Okay, so first question is basically which of the following platform was launched to bridge India's skill gap through public-private collaboration? The four options are given: SkillX, Gati, Accelerator, or Saksham. Okay, now let's see the news. So Ministry of Skill Development, MSD, they have collaborated with World Economic Forum. Okay, so first keyword is this, the collaborators. For what purpose they have collaborated? To bridge the skill gaps through PPP model, public private partnership model. Okay, and what are the things they are going to provide the skills of? They are going to provide skills in artificial intelligence, robotics, energy, cloud computing. Okay, so it is what the name is, what? Accelerator, skill accelerator, right? It is the initiative of which two organization? World Economic Forum, and from India, Ministry of Skill Development and Entrepreneurship, right? and they are going to train in what? In the upcoming technologies, cloud, AI, like this. Okay? Is it clear? Yes, no in the comment section, those who are watching. Things seems easy now, that this is the news. This kind of question they can ask, right? See, the question they can ask is something like that. They can ask you about the name of the scheme, or they can ask you about the ministry which is involved. All right? Chalo, very good. Next is Union Minister of State, Dr. Jitendra Singh. You must have seen this person in multiple news. He is increasing our workload. He just go there someplace else and he inaugurates thing, and we have to read all those current affairs. है ना? So Dr. Jitendra Singh, he has launched India's first high altitude atmospheric and climate research center in Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so let's see the question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the Himalayan high altitude atmospheric and climate research center inaugurated in 2025? First is, it is India's first and world's second high altitude atmospheric research center. It is located in Udhampur district of Jammu and Kashmir at a height of 2250 meters. The center is a part of Indo-Russian collaboration focused on aerosol studies and climate change. We'll see the answer, but first see the news. So it has been inaugurated at which place? Nantha Top, Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so it means second statement is absolutely correct. Okay, second is correct. It means this option is gone. Next, what is the significance? It is India's first and world's second high altitude atmospheric and climate research center. It means first statement is also correct. So 1 and 2 are absolutely correct. Now let's see whether it is a Russian or someplace else it is collaborating. So it focuses on cloud microphysics, aerosol, right, in the northwestern Himalayas. So it is collaboration with whom? Central University of Jammu, Swiss National Science Foundation. Okay, so there is no Russia. So only 1 and 2 are correct. Third statement is wrong, right? So it is not Indo-Russian, it is basically Indo-Swiss collaboration. All right, chalo. So first you have to, what are the keywords you have to identify? First, location. It is where? Jammu and Kashmir, right? Second is ranking. It is India's first and world's second high altitude research center. Third is partnership. Partnership between India and Switzerland, or you can mention Indo-Swiss, right? This is your keyword. All right, chal. Next is PM Modi inaugurates Navkar Mahamantra Divas, urges 9 resolution for sustainable future. So basically, Navkar Mahamantra, it is related with Jainism religion. Okay. So question is, which of the following statements are correct regarding Navkar Mahamantra Divas 2025? PM Narendra Modi inaugurated and participated in the event at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. Second is, Gujarat Chief Minister Bhupendra Patel released a special coin to commemorate World Navkar Mahamantra Day. We'll see. First, let's see the news detail. So this venue was where this entire event took place was Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi. It means our first statement is absolutely correct. Focus is what? The entire thing, okay, the entire event is based on Navkar Mahamantra. Okay, Mahamantra basically just like we have Gayatri Mantra. In Jainism religion, there is this Navkar Mahamantra. So those of you who belong to Jain religion, I believe you should know Navkar Mahamantra. Okay, so it promotes what? It promotes peace, non-violence, and inner harmony. See, Jainism philosophy, na, it is very interesting. Jainism philosophy, it is very interesting. Why? Because it actually talks about the entire external environment of human beings, also the internal part. How you should focus on things, how you should focus on your inner values. Both Jainism and Buddhism, both the religion, they actually started around Lord Mahavira and Lord Buddha. Okay, And both of these religions talks about one common thing, that is peace and non-violence, which was later adopted by Mahatma Gandhi for the freedom of India. Okay, clear? Chalo. So it is the Navkar Mahamantra, right? So for and see, to commemorate this, right? Basically, they unveiled a special philatelic cover, right? It is not the coin; it was a special philatelic cover. Okay. Now, see, in both Jainism and Buddhism, na, and you would be surprised to know that Jainism and Buddhism, they all started in India. But if you talk about Buddhism, na, right now only in Sikkim and some parts of Jammu and Kashmir Buddhism is getting practiced. It is nowhere in India, but it has reached Japan, it has reached Thailand, it has reached parts of Malaysia, China. Huh? Is it clear? Right. So basically, it is a type of postcard. Okay. So A1 only. So Gujarat even unveiled a philatelic covered and not a coin. Right. What do you want to say? Please tell something more about this. Which thing? Susibu. What's your name? Just let me know which. What do you want to understand more? है ना? चलो. Next is Palna scheme under Mission Shakti, a journey of women empowerment and child care. Now there was a new launch scheme. Okay, so which scheme did Palna scheme reorganize and renamed? So let's first understand the news, then we will solve this. So basically, this Palna scheme was launched in 2022, and it is a part of Mission Shakti. And Mission Shakti is aimed at what? Women welfare, women empowerment. Okay, so it is a part of this Samarth sub scheme. So it is just like this Mission Shakti. It has multiple subparts, one, two, three, four. One of the subparts sub scheme was Samarth, and under Samarth there were different types of other part. So one part was Palna scheme. Palna you can say. Okay, Palna by name it is very clear. It is what? It is basically daycare for children. Okay. Now it replaces this Palna scheme, basically replaces the national crèche scheme, right? So basically it offers what? It offers nutrition, health monitoring, and immunization related information for children. Because if children are healthy, the mother is healthy. है ना? And vice versa also. If mother is healthy, children are also healthy. And see, it is all converging with the mission portion, which is what? Portion means what? Nutrition. They want that the mother and child should be healthy. They should be enriched with nutrition. Right? So first remember this scheme, Mission Shakti, is a centrally sponsored scheme. Centrally sponsored scheme means what? Some part of the money will be provided by the central government and some part of the money would be provided by the respective state government. Why? Because health is a state subject. Okay, health is a state subject, it is not under the union list. Please remember, right? So it aims to ensure safe and secure environment. Clear? So please remember this thing. Palna scheme has basically replaced what? The crèche, right? Please remember this thing. Sushmita. Sushmita, okay, the previous one. Just let me check which news you are talking about. About Navkar or this one? Himalayan High Altitude Atmospheric Research Center. See, it is basically the purpose is what? They see Himalayan research. It means they are going to they are going to research about the climatic condition, the weather phenomena which is happening in the northwest Himalayas. Now, see, first understand the orientation. See, Himalayas are like this. Okay, if you draw a line between that, this area, okay, if you see this one, north, south, east, west. So Himalayas orientation is like that, like this. So they are talking about this area. The Himalayas of Jammu and Kashmir, the Himalayas of Himachal, Uttarakhand, like this, right? Also, Himalayas are divided into three parallel layers: the northern Himalayas, the middle Himalayas, and the Shivalik ranges. Right? So they are going to study about the weather phenomena, the climate condition for the high altitude areas. Okay, chalo. I hope it is clear now. Chalo. Next is Union Minister Piyush Goyal inaugurates Startup Mahakumbh 2025 in Delhi. What is this Startup Mahakumbh? Have you recently heard that in a meeting, Piyush Goyal said that in India, the startups, we are making startups like food delivery, okay, ice cream delivery. We are not doing something big. For example, there is no artificial intelligence related startup in India. We are just copying the very, you can say, the lower level startups of the foreign. So it created quite a controversy. है ना? So this was during this occasion only, Startup Mahakumbh, right? So what is the name of the newly launched self-regulatory organization for India's FinTech Center? Now this is a very important news. Please remember. Let's see the news in detail and then we'll see the answer. So Startup Mahakumbh, first of all, remember it happened at where? The Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. Okay, and it is called as the world largest event for startups and innovation. Why? Because remember, India is also the third largest startup ecosystem. Okay, third largest startup ecosystem. Please remember this thing. And this entire function was organized by FICCI, Federation of Indian Chamber of Commerce and Industries, right? And during this meeting, they have started the second fund for startups worth 10,000 crore rupees. Now, this is a very important news. Fund of funds for startups 2.0 value is 10,000 crore. Okay. Also, they have created a Startup India desk, right? Now, the most important part of this meeting was a self-regulatory organization for the financial technology companies. Name is what? India FinTech Foundation. Okay, right? So the logo was unveiled, right? And this organization, this FinTech Foundation, is going to regulate entire FinTech industry, right? So please remember this. Please remember the fund for startup and the value. Okay, the earlier one was also 10,000 crore rupees, right? And this event was organized by FICCI. Three things you have to remember. So what is that? C is the correct answer. Indian FinTech Foundation. It is a self-regulatory organization. Yeah, chalo. Next is President Draupadi Murmu give assent to the Waqf Amendment Act 2025. Now this was basically the news for 2025. Every news channel was talking about the Waqf Act, Waqf Amendment Act. Okay. So what is the nature of the Waqf property under Islamic law? It is revocable, it is leasable, it is irrevocable, or it is commercial. See, earlier, before the Waqf Amendment, the entire Waqf Act was getting regulated through this Islamic Sharia. Okay. And under this, let's see the news first, right? So there were certain amendments. In that amendment, one major amendment was that earlier, only from the Sunni community, the entire Waqf board was formed. Now the amendment was that they have to include the Shia, they have to include the Sunni, they have to include the Ahmadiyya and the other Muslim related people also. Okay. Also, the power to decide over the land is now been given to the district collector, right? Earlier it was not there. There were certain amendments in this. Clear? So a waqf refers to a property irrevocably dedicated to religious or charitable purpose under the Islamic law. It cannot be sold or repurposed. And because of this, there was huge controversy because Waqf recently claimed that the Indian Parliament was made over the Waqf land. The Reliance owner's home, Antilia, was made over the Waqf land, right? So the controversy, all these things started from that. And Do you believe that the interior on the land on which it was made, it was a Waqf property? So how it can be sold to Mr. Mukesh Ambani? So Mukesh Ambani said, let's change the law. We will amend the entire Waqf Act, right? I'm just kidding. Please don't take otherwise. But see, if there are certain problems, right? See, this act, it is a very deeper meaning. We can't discuss right now. It is not relevant for your exam point of view. Okay. But yes, if you're preparing for some bigger exam, na, I could have taught you about that. But yes, this Works Act, basically the amendment, na, it is somewhat conflicting with the fundamental rights also. Because at one place, we say that in our constitution, we have right to freedom of religion. Okay, that we should decide what should be our religion, what kind of practices we do. But at the same time, we are saying we are amending the laws of the other religion. Okay, so there is a discrepancy here. But see, in fundamental rights also, na, they are not absolute. They are put to reasonable restriction. Okay, so remember this thing, right? Chalo. Also, India has the largest Waqf holding land in the world. Remember, it is not only in India where Waqf is working. In other Islamic nation also, Waqf is working, right? So we are basically, Indian Waqf Board is the third largest landowner after the Indian Armed Forces and the Indian Railways. Now you can see the power of the Waqf. Okay. So the answer was irrevocable land. Okay. Under Islamic law, Waqf property is irrevocable. It means it is dedicated only for the religious and charitable purpose. Ownership cannot be sold. Right? Chalo. Next is India and Israel forge strategic partnership to boost agricultural productivity. So this is Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He is the Union Agriculture Minister. Okay. So which two countries have forged an agreement? India and Israel. For what? For boosting agricultural productivity. Now see, Israel, Israel is a dry nation, no water, and India is collaborating with Israel. Why? See, because Israel, they have such technology that even being so dry, they are doing agriculture. So India wants to take. See, many of our researchers, they go to Israel uh, to basically learn about these kind of mechanism and technology. You won't believe Israel has also found a way to transform the oceanic salty water to the normal drinkable water. Okay, chalo. So what is the primary purpose of the India-Israel agricultural cooperation? Technology transfer, agriculture productivity, reduce market access barriers, promote agricultural exports. So we'll see the answer, but first let's see the news. So it is a bilateral cooperation in agriculture. Bilateral means between two countries. It means India and Israel. Let's say if there are three countries, then it would be trilateral. Okay. So a 5-year seed improvement plan was also proposed for making high yielding variety of seeds. So what will happen if you would have high yielding variety of seeds? It means there will be more production of food. Okay, and it will ensure what? Food security. If there is food security, it means you are getting proper nutrition, right? Please remember this thing. Also they have worked for technology transfer and capacity development, right? But the overall purpose is what? The most important part is what? Basically boost productivity, right? Please remember the keyword here. And they're also going to expand the center of excellence at this level also, right? So what is the keyword? India, Israel, agricultural productivity boost and technology transfer. These are the three things. So correct answer is agricultural productivity increasement. Next is agricultural product Amal Sa Chiku from Gujarat gets GI tag. Now understand one thing. GI tag, first of all, it is given for 10 years. After 10 years, you have to renew it. So this Amal Sa Chiku, those who are from Gujarat, do let me know in the comment section. So this basically this item, this fruit. So which fruit from Gujarat recently received the GI tag? Now you can easily answer the Amal Sad Chiku. C is the correct answer. All right. So this basically was granted to Valsad Navsari Jila Fal Ane Sabji Sahakari Sangh Limited. Basically, it is what it is, a cooperative. You don't have to remember the entire name, right? Just remember it is a cooperative. Okay. So this is the third fruit from Gujarat to get a GI tag. Before, it was the Gir Kesar mango, which has already received, and the Kachhi Kharik, which is basically the date found in the Kutch region. Now the Amal Sad Chiku. So please remember 1, 2, 3 names and the state Gujarat. Alright. These are the things you have to understand. The correct answer is C Chiku. Now let's talk about the international news. Any doubt, guys? Till then, till now, any kind of doubt you have, do let me know in the comment section. Or if it is fine, do give me a thumbs up so that I can move forward. Let me know. Clear? Focus on the keywords. No need to go in depth. I will tell you in which news you have to go in depth, which the things you have to remember. Okay. Chalo. Is it clear till now? I hope it is clear. Yumnam and other students. Next is India Australia signed MOU to boost bilateral cotton trade. Okay. So these are basically agreements and MOUs. So which country recently signed a cotton trade MOU with India under AIECTA provision? Tell me. So correct answer is basically Australia. Hai na? Let's see the news. So Cotton Association of India and Australian Cotton Ship Association, they have signed a MOU in Mumbai to enhance collaboration in cotton trade and market intelligence. And they have done this agreement under which framework? The framework is what? AIECTA. It is what? Australia India Economic Cooperation and Trade Agreement, and it is working since 2022. Under this framework, we have done this cotton MOU. Yes. Okay. Right. So basically, it is you can say a trade promotion initiative. Yeah. So in order to boost trade between India and Australia, AIECTA was enforced. Yeah. So please, so in this thing, you basically give a tariff discount, all these things. Clear? So we have duty free quota. So it means 51,000 tons of duty free Australian cotton exports to India annually. Okay. So please remember this thing, up to 51,000 there will be no duty or taxes. Please remember this thing. Clear? And India is Australia's third largest cotton export market. Please remember this also. All right. So you can the question can also be asked that ECTA, AIECTA is a trade agreement between which two nations? So it is India and Australia. Okay. See, there are different types of trade relation. Okay. We have free trade agreement. Okay. Then we have free market access, most favored nation status. There are different kind of levels. Okay. I'll take one class and tell you about all those type of trade relation. Which is the best one? Yeah. I'll take one session on YouTube. Okay. So correct answer is Australia. So India and Australia under the AICTA agreement signed a MOU for cotton export. Chalo. Next is Skytrax World Airport Awards 2025. Singapore's Changi Airport named World Best Airport for the 13th time. The Changi. So which airport was named the World Best Airport in the Skytrax ranking? Correct answer is where? The Singapore. Hai na? So Singapore's Changi Airport, please remember, under the Skytrax award, they have received the best, and this is for the 13th win. The second ranking was to Hamad International Airport, Qatar, and Tokyo Airport at Japan at third place. India's best airport is which one? The IGI Airport, New Delhi. And globally, it is ranked 32nd. Okay? And after that, we have the Bengaluru Kempegowda and the IGI and the Kempegowda are the first and second from India. Please remember this thing. So, but please remember number one, the Changi Singapore Airport. Okay. Also, there is Changi Naval Base in Singapore also, in which India is basically developing. है ना? So please remember all these names. These are very important. So correct answer is Singapore. The Singapore Changi Airport. Next is Union Agriculture Minister Shivraj Singh Chauhan represented India at the third BIMSTEC ministerial meeting on agriculture in Nepal. Whenever agriculture will come, na, you will see the name of Mr. Shivraj Singh Chauhan. He is very active. He was the ex-chief minister of Madhya Pradesh. So which country hosted the third BIMSTEC agriculture meeting? Correct answer is Nepal. Alright. So they can ask you the BIMSTEC agricultural summit which held in Nepal. First of all, remember. Acha, what is BIMSTEC? What is BIMSTEC? Okay, first before telling you this, let me first tell you about. Okay, this is India, and that's here is we have Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia like this. Right. So India forms a part of South Asia, and if I draw a line here, these countries east of the India, they are found a part of Southeast Asia. Okay, so the international organization which represents South Asia is what? SARC, South Asian Association for Regional Cooperation. And the group which basically represent the Southeast Asian country is what? ASEAN, Association for Southeast Asian Nation. So a bridge between these two organizations, which includes countries from both from SARC as well as ASEAN, is what? BIMSTEC. Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technological and Economic Cooperation. Okay, BIMSTEC. It is basically the bridge between the SARC and the ASEAN nation. Alright. So please remember, and the agriculture MOU was signed between India and Nepal. Two things you have to remember. Clear? Nothing more, nothing less. You don't have to read about this. Chalo. Achha, you will tell me in the comment section what is the headquarter of BIMSTEC. The countries of BIMSTEC and the headquarter of BIMSTEC you will tell me in the comment section. Next is Mauritius became the first African country to sign International Solar Alliance Partnership Framework. Okay, so which African country became the first to sign a country partnership framework with International Solar Alliance? Correct answer is Mauritius. Okay. So let's see the news. Okay. So after Bangladesh, Bhutan and Cuba, it is the first African and fourth country globally. Right. So please remember the names BBCM. These are the countries who have signed the country partnership framework with the International Solar Alliance. And what is the focus area? The focus area of International Solar Alliance is what? Solar energy. So it includes rooftop solar, floating solar, solar water pumps like this. Okay. Please remember the name of the country. It is very important and the focus area. Clear? Chalo. And it is the first African and the fourth global country to join this thing. So the rest country names they can also ask. Okay. Chalo. Next is Thailand hosts the 6th BIMSTEC summit in Bangkok. So the BIMSTEC Agriculture Summit, Nepal, the BIMSTEC the main BIMSTEC summit which held in Bangkok. Okay. So you can see here our Prime Minister. This is the Bangladesh head. This is the Nepal's PM. Okay. This is the Thailand's Prime Minister, the Bhutanese, and this one I believe from I don't know exactly from which country he belongs. Okay. So basically the countries of BIMSTEC is what? BBIN MST. So either right. So the 6th BIMSTEC summit held in Bangkok. C is the correct answer. Venue is very important. All right. Chalo. So and please remember the theme. This time in the SBI Clerk Mesa, they have talked about the World Economic Forum Summit and its theme. So please remember the 6th BIMSTEC Summit. The theme was prosperous, resilient, and open BIMSTEC. Okay. And where it was held? It was held in Bangkok. And who was the chairman of the BIMSTEC Summit? Bangladesh. Right? Please remember this thing. Now the BIMSTEC is going to be chaired by Bangladesh. All right. Right now it was Thailand. Okay. Is it clear? Yes. No. Acha, let me give you the short trick to remember the countries of BIMSTEC. BBIN. I remember like this. BBIN MST. Right. So B for Bangladesh, B for Bhutan, I for India, N for Nepal, M for Myanmar, S for Sri Lanka, and T for Thailand. Okay, basically the countries surrounding the Bay of Bengal. This is how I learned it. All right, chalo. And you will tell me the headquarter. The headquarter is again our Padosi nation, our neighbor. है ना? So Dhaka. Like this you can remember. Okay, chalo. Next is UN elects India by acclamation to ISAR for 25 to 2027 term. What is ISAR? So India has been elected to which UN expert group for 25 to 27? So it is ISAR. Now understand the news. Okay. ISAR is what? International Standards for Accounting and Reporting. Okay. So India is now the part of this ISAR. And this ISAR, it was actually established in 1983 by the Economic and Social Council of United Nations. See, United Nations has 6 principal organs. One of the principal organ is the United Nations Economic and Social Council. Okay. So please remember this thing. And what is the purpose of ISAR? So basically, it promotes high quality and internationally comparable financial and non-financial standards. Okay. For example, let's say the tax revenue of this country is this much, the tax revenue or the GDP of this country is this much. Like this, a standard should be there which can be compared across nations. Okay. So please remember, and as of now, there are 34 formal members with a 3-year term. They are elected. Now, India is also the part for 25 to 2027 term. These are the things you should know. So ISAR is the organization. Now the banking, finance, and the economy news. Chalo. Highlights of the RBI's first bi-monthly monetary policy of financial year 25 to 2026. Now understand one more thing. Financial year 2025 to 2026. It starts from 1st April and it 2025 and it will be valid till 31st March 2026. Okay. And there are 4 quarters. First quarter is the April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, then January, February, and March. This is the quarter 1, quarter 2, quarter 3, and quarter number 4. This basic idea you should have because you are going to be a banker. Because many students they don't understand the meaning of FY26. FY26 means 1st April 2025 till 31st March 2026. These are the basic things. And I'm surprised to hear that many students they have read the entire current affairs and the entire banking awareness, and when I ask them what does this means, they don't know. See, that is known as fundamental. And please don't feel ashamed to ask these kind of questions, because once a doubt it will remain a doubt till your life if you don't ask it. Yesterday I made a shorts on reciprocal tariff. So one student, okay, she messaged me, sir, please don't mind, but sir, what does tariff means? So it is normal. You can see, I am a teacher, I am a mentor. You can ask me anything, even if you don't know, sir, what is 2 plus 2. You can ask me. I am here to help you. Okay, chalo. So there was this RBI monthly monetary policy meeting, है ना? So So first of all, have you seen this person? I believe you know the new RBI governor's name, है ना? So who chaired that 54th meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee? So understand, Monetary Policy Committee consists of 6 members. Okay, three are the representative of the RBI and 3 are the representative from central government. Okay, and this entire committee is chaired by the RBI governor. So who is the present RBI governor? Mr. Sanjay Malhotra. So under his chairmanship, the RBI Monetary Policy Committee meeting held, and during this policy, they cut the repo rate. Repo rate was reduced by 25 basis point to 6.00. In November last year, it was reduced from 6.50% to 6.25%. And now it has been reduced from 6.25 to 6%. It means what? Repo rate. First of all, understand what is repo rate. It is the rate at which RBI lends money to the banks, to the commercial banks, against collateral. Collateral is what? The government securities. Okay, so this is the rate at which RBI lends money to the commercial bank against government security for a short term. Okay, so it has been reduced. So it means what? If repo rate is reduced, it means what? Commercial bank can take more money from RBI, and if commercial bank will have more money with them, they can lend more money to the people. So it might in future, it might increase the inflation also. How? Because if people will have more money, okay, people will have more money, they will go to shopping malls, they will demand more things. So it will lead to what? It will lead to the increase of prices, and this will ultimately result in inflation. But see, RBI do this in a limit so that the inflation target is not breached. What is the inflation target? The RBI Monetary Policy Committee has to keep the inflation rate between 4 plus minus 2%. It means between 2% to 6%. That should be the range in between they have to keep the inflation rate. Now also they have reduced the standing deposit facility to 5.75%. Now what is standard deposit facility? So I believe you all have heard of a reverse repo rate. Okay, it is the rate what it is the rate at which banks, commercial banks, park their excess fund with the RBI. Okay, against a government security, right, or a collateral, you can say, which is basically government security, right, and they earn certain kind of interest. In standing deposit facility, entire things are same. One difference is there is no requirement of collateral, and that's why it is more simpler and easy to use. Why? Because in reverse repo rate, you have to take into account the collateral also. So it will increase the accounting, it will take more time, and it is more complicated. So now SDF is becoming more mainstream because there is no need for collateral. All right. Now the bank rate and the marginal standing facility has also decreased to 6.25%. What is bank rate? Just like repo rate, we have the bank rate. But here one basic difference is repo rate is for shorter duration of time. Bank rate, it is for a long duration, more than 1 year, 2 to 3 years. The bank takes money from the RBI. Okay. So bank rate is for a longer duration of time. See, I have covered all these things now. The basic thing in the banking awareness class in the GA Dominator batch. Okay. So you can, those who want to understand the basics of the banking, this monetary policy tools, what is repo rate, MSF, SDF, I have covered each and everything in the GA Dominator batch on the Oliveboard app. You can go and enroll in this. And whenever you join any program of Oliveboard, do use my code YASH, YASH. You will get the maximum discount for the course. Alright. So please remember this thing. I hope it is clear what is repo rate, what is SDF, what is bank rate. Okay, and if you don't understand, do watch those videos. It is very essential. Chalo. So RBI monetary policy, you should know some static facts about that. First of all, it is formed under the RBI Act of 1934. What is the composition? I've already told you there are 6 members, है ना? So RBI governor is the chairperson. 3 are from the RBI and are basically 4 external member nominated by, not 4, basically here 3 external members. Okay, they are basically 6 members. 3 are from bank and 3 are from the government. And what is the main function? Basically, the main function is inflation targeting. They have to keep the inflation rate between 2% to 6%. Okay, and all the decisions are made by majority vote. Let's say there are 6 members, 3 are from RBI, 3 are from government. Let's say there is a case of tie, then the RBI governor has the power of a casting vote in case of tie. Alright, so please remember. And this monetary policy committee meeting held bi-monthly. Okay, right? So it means 4 times a year generally it happens. Okay, every quarter it happens generally. Okay, chalo. So Sanjay Malhotra is the RBI chief. Next is SEBI constituted high level committee to review conflict of interest for official and members. What is conflict of interest means? See, recently you must have heard that the ex SEBI chief Nirmala Puri, I believe I'm recalling the correct name, Nirmala Butch, something like this. I'm not able to recall the exact name. Not Nirmala, Madhuri Puri Butch or something is the name. Can you confirm me? SEBI chief name, yeah, Madhuri Puri Butch. Oh, sorry, Madhuri Puri Butch. So there was allegations that she was taking money from the ICICI and from the Adani Group for favoring them. So that is basically known as conflict of interest. Okay, you are misusing your position to help or to benefit your friends or family member. That is known as conflict of interest, and it is mostly used in the terms of civil services mostly, right? But in SEBI also they have formed a high level committee. So who is the chairperson of the SEBI's high level committee to review conflict of interest? So we'll see. So a high level committee has been formed under Pratyush Sinha. He is the ex CVC, the Chief Vigilance Commissioner, to review the rules on conflict of interest. So correct answer is what? Pratyush Sinha. Please remember this thing. Okay. And this committee is going to basically examine and everything, and they are going to submit their report within 3 months. Right. So please remember this thing. And you don't have to remember these one right now, but just remember the name of Pratyush Sinha. Okay. Please remember this thing. These are very important aspects because the SEBI chief is a very important person. है and due to certain allegations there was issues, ongoing issues, right? So please remember this thing. Also, the some of the FPI norms have been eased. FPI is what? Foreign portfolio investors. Those foreign people who invest in the Indian stock market, those are known as the foreign portfolio investors. So for them, the beneficial ownership, basically the threshold was decreased. है it has decreased, basically increased from 25,000 crore to 50,000 crore rupees. Alright, so they can now own up to 50,000 crore. Alright, so please remember this thing also. Limit, they can ask you the limit about FPI limit in the BO category. So it has been increased from 25,000 crore to 50,000 crore. Chalo. So Pratyush Sinha is the ex CVC who is heading the conflict of interest panel for SEBI. Okay, chalo. Next is SEBI clarifies rupees 10 lakh minimum investment for SIF at the PAN level. Now, what is this SIF, specialized investment fund? So basically it is in between mutual fund and portfolio management service, PMS. In between is the SIF. So basically what is the difference here? So mutual fund is basically you can invest even 500 rupees per month. So it is mostly for the retail investors. Okay, those who have low money or medium income group, like this. Okay, for normal people, you can use mutual fund. PMS for high net worth individual, right? Minimum investment was 50 lakh rupees. If you have 50 lakh, then only you can get the PMS. So in between two, there are big chunk of customer who is in between. So for them, they have launched a specialized investment fund in which a minimum investment of 10 lakh you can do, and you can basically, it is just like a mutual fund kind of thing, and you can invest in the stock market. Okay. So what is the minimum thing? 10 lakh rupees is the minimum investment, right? So please remember. So it is going to be come into effect from 1st April, and they are basically focusing on what? High net worth individuals with strategies to bridge mutual fund and the portfolio management service. So here was the mutual fund, here was the PMS. So in between, SIF would be acting as a bridge, right? So minimum investment you can maintain is 10 lakh rupees. Please remember this thing. Also, the companies who are going to manage this fund, they should have a minimum asset under management of 10,000 crore rupees over the past 3 years. Then you can launch the SIF. If you are a company, asset management company, who have an experience of 3 years and who has minimum 10,000 crore average AUM for the past 3 years, you can launch the this specialized investment fund. All right. So please remember this thing. Also, SEBI has reduced the minimum investment limit for zero coupon, zero principal instrument on the social stock exchange. What is social stock exchange? See, generally in the normal stock exchange, you purchase a equity. Okay, you purchase some equity, and return you pay some money. That is how the trading is done. But in social stock exchange, it is basically a one way thing. It basically deals with what? It basically is a type of charity. For example, let's say I'm a company and I want to do charity. Okay, so I can do this on the social stock exchange. All right. So now a zero coupon principal instrument, it means I can invest in this also. Earlier the minimum was 10,000 rupees. I have to invest minimum 10,000 rupees. But now, in order for normal person to also invest in social stock exchange, because the money raised from social stock exchange is used for what? For the social benefit. For example, health, hospitals, schools, all these things. So in order to attract retail investor, for example, I want to invest in social stock exchange. Now I can do that because the minimum limit has been decreased to 1000 rupees. It means I can invest 1000 rupees on the social stock exchange, right? Please remember this thing also, very important. So minimum investment for SIF is 10 lakh rupees. Okay. Yes, no guys. Chalo. See, I'm making the things easy. The session could be long, but once you see the session, you won't need anything else. Chalo. Next is ADB, Asian Development Bank, revised India's GDP growth forecast for financial year 26 to 6.7% amid the USA tariff risk. So recently, I have already told you, USA has imposed 26% reciprocal tariff on India. Okay. So because of this, there was some trade, or also US has imposed this 125% on China. So these kind of trade war is ongoing, and especially between US and China. So under this forecast, Asian Development Bank has basically said that for financial year 26, India is going to grow by 6.5%. Okay, sorry, 6.7%. C is the correct answer, right? So they have revised from 6 points to 6.7%. Earlier they have predicted 7% for financial year 26. All right. So please remember this thing. There are other trends also. They also projected about the inflation. So they said that inflation is going to decrease from 4.3% to 4% in the financial year 27. All right. So these are just the prediction. Just remember the growth rate, what they are projecting. That's it. Nothing more to remember here. Okay. Chalo. ADB is 6.7%. Next is Ministry of Finance announced one state, one RRB implementation from 1st May 2025. So I have taken a complete YouTube session on this. You can go and watch that YouTube video. You will understand why it is happening. Okay, but let me brief you here. So what is the main aim of the One State One RRB initiative? Profit maximization, efficiency improvement, competitive exam advantage, or expansion of banks. Very easy. It is basically efficiency improvement. Okay. So basically, they have reduced the number of RRBs from 43 to 28. Okay, and this is the fourth round of consolidation. Earlier, we have around 100, more than 100 RRBs. They have first phase was there. They have consolidated to it to 80, then further to 40, and now it to 28. All right. So in 11 states, they have done this. For example, in UP, there were 3 regional rural banks. Now they will be merged into a single entity, and they have done this for the 11 states. And in future, they are going to do it for the entire states of India. All right, because they believe that every state should have one RRBs. And why they have done this? Because for the operational efficiency, for better execution, and to reduce cost. Okay, so improving the efficiency. And it has been basically this Vyas committee under the RRB Act have recommended and provided the legal and strategic framework for this initiative. Please remember the Vyas committee report for the consolidation of RRBs. Chalo. Next is JustPay becomes India's first unicorn of 2025. JustPay. So which company becomes India's first unicorn? Correct answer is JustPay. Right? So this name is very important. That's it. Hai na? And this company is backed by SoftBank and Excel. That's it. No need to read about anything else. Next is RBI grants COR to Piramal Finance to operate as non-banking financial company ICC. So Piramal Finance Limited was recently registered by RBI as what type of financial company? Correct answer is NBFC ICC. Okay. Understand one thing here. See, the non-banking financial company, it is for what? They are basically focusing on the poor and the middle income group, and they provide them what? Money, or you can say loan. Okay. So now Piramal Finance Limited, they have obtained this NBFC license from RBI. All right. Please remember this thing, and this approval has been done under the RBI Act of 1934. And see, these are now, they will operate without accepting public deposit. They can't, these are not deposit taking NBFC, these are loan giving NBFCs. Please remember this thing. All right. So these are the things. Just remember the name of the company, Piramal Finance Limited. This is now NBFCs as per the RBI mandate. Is it clear? Chalo. So what is this non-banking financial company? You should know. First of all, it is, remember, they offer the banking service without holding a banking license. Also, they do not accept demand deposit. We know that there are 2 types of deposit. One is the demand deposit, which include the current account and the second saving account deposit. Another one is the term deposit, which include FD account, RD account, like this. And these are entirely regulated by the RBI under the RBI Act. Okay. So there are different types of NBFC. One is NBFC ICC, which is basically investment and this credit company. Then we have NBFC and MFI, microfinance institution, and then NBFC IFC, infrastructure finance company. Right? These are the things. You will tell me what is the minimum net owned fund a company have to become a NBFC. You will tell me in the comment section. I have told you multiple times. Okay. Chalo. Now science and tech related news. Very quickly we are going to cover it because these are very factual in nature. So Skyroot Aerospace successfully tested Kalam 100 engine for Vikram 1 rocket. So basically the engine is Kalam and the rocket name is Vikram 1. Please remember this thing. So which of the following engine is used in the third stage of Skyroot Aerospace Vikram 1 rocket? So the name is Kalam. Please remember this thing. And this, please remember, it is a private company. This Skyroot Aerospace, it is a private company based in Hyderabad. Okay. And it is developing this Vikram 1, India's first commercial orbit launch vehicle. First commercial rocket, you can say. Just like Elon Musk has this what? This Starship, na? This Falcon rocket, I believe. SpaceX has this Falcon rocket. Similarly, Skyroot is developing this Vikram. Okay, and the engine which is they are going to use is Kalam 100 engine. Okay, so please remember, and this rocket has basically 4 stage. It is a 4 stage rocket, है ना, with solid fuel stages and a liquid fuel Raman engine. You don't have to read in very deep. Just remember the name Skyroot, है ना. This is the company. Name of the rocket is Vikram 1, and the name of the engine is Kalam 100. These are the 3 things you should remember. That's it. Next, awards and recognition. Rajesh Unni honored with National Maritime Varun Award 2025. So, National Maritime Award Varun Award has been given to Rajesh Unni. Please remember the name, very factual name, है ना? And it is basically the India's top maritime honor. Maritime means basically marine related ships. Okay, please remember this thing. That's it. Next is RBI named most innovative financial institution globally by Global Finance. Now, this is a very uh, you can say proud award, है ना. We all should feel proud for RBI. This is the most innovative financial institution, है ना, as of 2025. So which is the institution? RBI. And who has listed it? Global Finance magazine. All right, so please remember. Also, the award honored RBI's ULI, Uniform Lending Interface, which has been developed by RBI Innovation Hub. I have already told you about UPI and the difference between ULI. If you haven't seen this now, you should watch that class. I have taken it is, है ना. Just like UPI is for easy payment, uniform lending interface is what? For easy taking of loan. All right. So please remember this thing. That's it. Next is Tata Steel named Steel Sustainability Champion 2025 by World Steel Organization. So World Steel Organization, which company was recognized as Steel Sustainability Champion by World Steel Association? Tata Steel. Okay, so please remember, World Steel Association, they have given for the 8th consecutive year Tata Steel as the Steel Sustainability Champion. All right. Also, recently Tata Steel has introduced this hydrogen-ready steel pipes. Okay, they basically which can transfer the hydrogen gas from one place to another. All right. Now, this is a very important thing because the National Hydrogen Mission is focusing on creation of green hydrogen. So, if there is gas production, there would be a network for the transport also. Okay, chalo. Next is Padma Shri awardee Sudarshan Patnaik becomes first Indian to win Fred Darrington Sand Art Award. So you can see sand art, है ना? See, this is a 1-star news. If you want to read it, you can read it. Otherwise, you can leave it because it is not a very important one. So basically, Fred Darrington Award, it is given for good. If you are best in the sand art, you can see the background. These are sand related art. So Sudarshan Patnaik is the first Indian to receive. Yes, the award was presented him during the Sandword 2025 held in Russia. He has created a 10-foot high sand sculpture of Lord Ganesha. Let's see. So yes, first Indian to receive. Absolutely correct. The award ceremony took place in United Kingdom, not in Russia. And he has created 10-foot high statue of Lord Ganesha. Right? So please remember, he is a Padma Shri awardee from Odisha. So these are the keywords which you have to understand. So 1 and 3 are correct. Next, defense related news. Sir, may I know your Telegram channel? Okay. My Telegram channel is GA by Yash Sir. Okay, everything in caps. GA by Yash Sir. Alright. Chalo. Next is the defense related tri-service all-women circumnavigation sailing expedition Samudra Pradakshina flagged off from Mumbai. What is circumnavigation? Basically, circumnavigating the entire earth. Okay. Name of the mission is Samudra Pradakshina. So, what is the primary objective of Samudra Pradakshina expedition? To showcase India's maritime military strength, to promote gender parity, to prepare global circumnavigation expedition, to demonstrate the technology. So correct answer is basically to promote gender parity in maritime endeavor. That's why this mission is basically led by all women crew, right? So 12-member all women crew consist of the Indian Army, Navy and the forces will go underwent through this 2-year sailing training. For 2 years they are going to be on that ship. So what is the distance? So they're going to cover 4,000 nautical miles from Mumbai to Seychelles and back, right? Please remember the name. It is All Women Tri Service. Purpose is what? To promote gender parity in maritime endeavors. That are the things you should know. Next, reports and indices. First ever PAI baseline report for financial year 23. Gujarat and Telangana lead as the front runners. Now, understand. Let's see the news first. So, which state has the highest number of front runners gram panchayats under Panchayat Advancement Index? So, let's see the answer. But before that, first see the news. So, the Ministry of Panchayati Raj, they have released this Panchayat Advancement Index. It is basically the ranking of the panchayat who are doing really good. So, as of now, there are 2.5 lakh plus gram panchayat across India. So, this Panchayat Advancement Index, it consists of multiple indexes based upon which, for example, one index is good governance, other is poverty reduction, third is health, education. Based on that, they rank all the gram panchayats. Alright. So, which are the top states who are leading in this? The number one is Gujarat with 346 gram panchayat at the forefront. Then Telangana with 270 are doing really good. So, correct answer here is Gujarat. Okay. The maximum gram panchayats of Gujarat, they are doing maximum good for the people. So, please upload March International. Tilaga, I have asked the team, they are going to upload it. Alright. Also bring monthly marathon at every month. I'll try. I'll try. See, monthly marathon, basically, I post it on the YouTube. In the paid classes, we do the topic wise monthly current affairs and the weekly current affairs. Okay. Chalo. Next is UN escape report. Climate disaster may cause 6% GDP loss in one third of Asia Pacific nation. Right. So this is what ESCAP is, what UN ESCAP, the Economic and Social Commission for Asia and Pacific. Okay. Remember, it is not one of the principal organ of UN. It is not the one of the principal organ. So what is the forecasted real GDP growth rate? Growth for India according to UN ESCAP? It is 6.5%. Okay. Now understand the news. As per this report by UN ESCAP, they say that climate disasters can lead to a loss of 6% of GDP in the Asian Pacific countries, in one third of Asian Pacific countries, right? Also, they have projected the GDP growth rate of India. Everyone is just predicting how India is going to grow, right? So they say India is going to grow by 6.5% and inflation would be 4.3%. All right, please remember this thing. Chalo. So correct answer is UN Escape has forecasted India's real GDP growth rate at 6.5%. Okay, sure. Next is METI launched first digital threat report 2024 to support cyber security in the banking, finance and the insurance sector. So which sector is the focus of the digital threat report 2024? The BFSI, banking, finance and the insurance. So Ministry of Electronics, they have released this first edition of digital threat report. Please remember it. It is very important because it is the first edition. And it is focusing on the BFSI sector, that is the banking, financial service and the insurance. Alright. And this report was basically developed by Computer Emergency Response Team of India. Okay. And it is showing that majority of our fintech sector, banking sector, they are more prone to the cyber threats and other things. Clear? Which is Ministry of Electronics. What is the sector? BFSI. And who created is CERT.in. Next, obituary. Renowned Rai folk dancer and Padma Shri awardee Ram Sahai Pandey passes away. So he was basically a folk dancer. Also he has been awarded for Padma Shri. So which traditional folk dance was associated with Ram Sahai Pandey? So he is associated with Rai dance. So it is basically done in MP and UP also. Okay. So Ram Sahai Pandey, he is a Padma Shri awardee. He is associated with Rai dance. It is a folk dance of Madhya Pradesh. Alright, please remember, and it take place in the Bundelkhand region of MP. Right, Bundelkhand region means the parts of this Gwalior, Chambal, not Chambal, Gwalior belt, the parts of Datia and all, UP and MP border. That is the Bundelkhand area, and it is very dry area. See, the Ken Betwa link water river link project, I believe you have heard of Ken Betwa river linking. So it is basically, this is Ken river, this is Betwa, and in between is the Bundelkhand plateau, which is a dry region. That's why they are linking it, so that the water can be provided to this, right? So please remember the name of the person: Ram Sahai Pandey, Rai Dance, and Padma Shri awardee also. Spiritual leader of Brahma Kumaris, Dadi Ratan Mohini, passes away. So Brahma Kumari, it is basically a group, okay, which focuses on spiritual training. And Dadi Ratan Mohini, she was the leader, and she passed away. So which spiritual organization was Dadi Ratan Mohini associated with Brahma Kumaris? Okay, so please remember the name. Nothing more to understand here. Okay, you don't have to read about the history of Dadi Ratan Mohini, but just for your understanding exam point of view, just remember this name. Okay. Next, sports related, India bags 6 medal at the World Boxing Cup 2025 in Brazil. Okay. Hitesh Gulia wins gold. So World Boxing Cup. So which country secured the top position in the men's medal tally at the World Boxing Cup Brazil? Correct answer is India. They can ask you about the venue also, where it happened. So answer is Brazil. So World Boxing Cup venue was Brazil. Which country performed the best? India. 6 medal, 1 gold, 1 silver, and 4 bronze. Right? So sorry, not India. India has won basically 6 medals. The best performer was Uzbekistan. They have won 7 medals. Right? And who was the host nation? Brazil, which was finished at number 3rd. Number 1 was Uzbekistan, second was India, and third was Brazil in the World Boxing Cup. So correct answer is Uzbekistan. Please remember this thing. So guys, this was it for the. Also, sir, bring which inflation rate we should memorize, sir. No need to memorize any inflation rate because it keeps on changing. Hai. See, guys, again I'm telling you, please don't memorize unnecessarily anything. See, these rates, this repo rate you can remember because see, it fluctuates very less, right? Repo rate, the MSF, the CRR, and SDF you can remember. These are the principal rates, you can say, principal monetary policy tool rates, you can remember. See, and other thing, don't remember it because it keeps on changing. All right. So guys, this was it for the weekly current affairs. I hope you have enjoyed the session. The session was a bit long, but I've tried to make things as simple as possible with practice MCQ. Okay. See, the purpose of giving you the question is to make you understand that what kind of question can be framed from this news. Hai, so that we can segregate what is important and what is less important. Okay. So guys, if you have enjoyed the session, do give me the likes and the comments also, and do mention, give your rating also. I'm expecting 5-star from all of you. Okay. Tilaga, Atali, Yumam, other students, Parashuram. Okay guys. Sir, I like everything about today's session. For next session also, definitely you will get the weekly current affairs. You will get in this format. Okay. And just follow it, make your short notes, and you are ready for any kind of exam. Okay. So prepare well and don't forget to give the rating. I'm expecting 5-star from all of you. Okay. Take care everyone. Jai Hind.